Hello, my magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of the show. I'll be your host, Gangsta Magician himself. I'm here to deliver you your message because that's what I love to do. Because I do what I love and I love what I do. And I love being here with you. I feel very, what's it called? In a good mood today. Today actually I'm filming this during I guess the 12th, the solar eclipse. I probably won't play this until Friday maybe. Yeah, Friday I'll do. But yeah, I feel good in the hood over here, right? Archangel Michael, he said, yeah, you should because there ain't nothing to worry about. He said everything's under control. We got everything here taken care of. Nobody's got nothing to say. There's nothing they can say. They can't. If they could, they already would have, right? That's why we're going to continue to balance our chakras. We're going to continue to align them. That's how we're going to feel our best. When we don't have any aches, when we don't have any pains, when we don't have anything bothering our energy, nothing feeding on us. Eventually, things are going to be good. I mean, you know they're already getting there. You can see you're becoming... I mean, you seem like you're pretty much under control. It's almost like I feel like we're at a point where it went from a twin flame relationship to a twin ray. I've been talking about that. It feels like the frequency has shifted. It's like we're past that bullshit. We're to the next level here, okay? Of just harmony, just being okay with who we are and what we do. We don't care what nobody says. And the cat says, well, what do you say? What do you know? He says, what do you hear? What do you know? I think that's how the saying goes, the real way. But what do you say? What do you know? What do you hear? Who gives a fuck? Okay, well, let's going to find out. Why don't we look into it? Why don't we look into what we see, what we hear here? All right, so why don't we get going? We'll do my little miniature thing here where this is going to center around. And... what do we got? Okay, so yes, it's going to surround you, this high priestess here. It says, yeah, we see things 10 steps ahead. Yes, we do. Okay, we've already seen this movie. That's what these people don't understand. They don't understand the power of the subconscious mind. They just don't understand it for some reason. Either they do understand it and they just don't want it to be accessed. I don't know, but something's got to give here. So why don't we get going? Why don't we see what's in your energy? We know this is revolving around this high priestess energy. Okay. All right, let's see. What is in the energy here, God? Please and thank you for our magical gangsters. The ones who've seen it all, they've done it all, they've been through it. I got a new one of these too. It's the... yeah, see, I got the spin back now. I got the long spin on that. And that is the lapis. Okay, the lapis is what's going to be, helping my throat chakra. Yes, be talking a little bit better. So what do we got here? What are we working with? What is in your energy here, please? And thank you for our divine collectives, the ones who see it all, done it all, been through it all. You know the ones, your favorite, our favorite, the best of the best. Don't you love this thing? Ain't it something else? I got my spiritual shank. Okay, I whittled this together while I was in spiritual jail. I said, oh, they ain't gonna get me, these demons. I got them. Came out, one tried to attack me. I started killing all of them. Psh, 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 psh. Yes, it happened, all right? I mean, it happened in 5D, though. Of course it didn't happen in the 3D. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? All right, so let's get going. What's in your energy, please, and thank you. What do we got? All right, so here's the thing. So there's a 10 of wands here. So somebody's going to be carrying a burden here. All right, there's burden and responsibility. You may be feeling overwhelmed by the weight of your responsibilities and need to delegate or ask for help. Maybe you, maybe somebody else. I think it's somebody else because we don't give a fuck. Okay, we have already isolated us, put us alone. We don't need nobody. We already proved it. Thanks for letting us prove ourselves. I release the burden and find freedom, we tell these people. No need to hold on to burden that doesn't concern you. This is what they wanted you to carry, all this burden of this whole fucking relationship, this whole twin flame thing, this whole whatever this is. You were supposed to take all the burden and feel all the pain. serve all the karma, do this, that, and every other thing, and then still look like you're the bad one. Make them like it was so well. It was very well designed, though. I'm not gonna lie. The plan was almost flawless. It should have worked. It really should have. That is, if the universe wasn't here to seeing this happen. If that karma wasn't real, then yes, this would have worked. But these people, they forget these things. We're going to have to take them to a laws of the universe class. They're going to have to go through, laws of the universe class. See where we're at. So somebody's carrying a burden here. All right. Why? Because the Ten of Swords is here. So now there's a painful ending. All right. So this Ten of Wands, this burden is bringing this painful ending. And I just saged these cards too. So I let go of the past and embrace a new beginning. You may be experiencing a painful ending or loss, but this marks the beginning of a new cycle of growth and transformation. You've already passed the hard part, okay? They wanted you to carry the burden of having this ending. But at the end of the day, you was whatever. You have recovered from it. And now you're walking around with a spiritual selenite shank. Nah, it's just me, not you. You can do that if you want to. I do look all like bright today, don't I? I look very bright. I look like a light bright. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I like it. All right, so what else do we got? We got this Ten of Swords. Sometimes the gangster magician has to show the light side, What else do we got? So there's a painful ending here, this burden of this painful ending. What else? All right, but there's this Knight of Swords energy here now. So somebody's action-oriented, they're ambitious, they're driven to succeed, they're determined. You're driven by your ambitions and are willing to take risks to achieve your goals. I act with speed and precision. Yes, you do. I mean, whatever. This is creating painful endings here. Somebody's carrying a burden because they didn't think you were going to be like this. They didn't think you were going to come back like that. Okay? That's what you are. You're on your horse. You're like, motherfucker, I'm coming. He said, who'd you think you were dealing with? Who'd you think you were dealing with, is what you told this guy. All right? They must have thought they were dealing with somebody else. Whoever gave you information about us that said we were weak, you should talk to that person. They really did you a disservice. Especially the gangster magician, knowing that he has a fourth planet stellium in the 8th house that consists of Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. That is quite the fucking combo. Trust me when I tell you. That's why I say 8th house crew, because that's where all the power is, okay, for me. All right, so what do we got? So if anybody knows that combination, look it up. It's good. All right, not to mention this moon here, okay? And we do have our moon. Our moon is actually on the edge of the 7th house, so it's right on the edge of the 7th house, not in the 8th house. So if it was in the 8th house, then we would be a complete fucking sociopath. But at the end of the day, putting it in there shows that we understand relationships, okay? But whatever, these people, they don't. And they were trying to project these illusions that you were some psycho, that you were crazy, that you were this, that you were that. But at the end of the day, you showed that that's not who you are. You never were like this. I could see how maybe people could, because you come off mysterious. Sometimes, you're not, and sometimes you know what you're doing. I mean, don't act like you don't. I mean, you are, but it's not like you're doing it on purpose, though. People, they just respond that way to you, and you just go with it. So a lot of this, it's like, but you didn't have to defend yourself. It was just like, let them say what they want. You knew this was going to balance itself out eventually, and when it did, see, now if you went and you started fighting and arguing and saying that you're not like this and you're proving this, it would have stayed like that forever. But the fact that people said it, you're like, okay, well, you said it. Now I'm going to go show you exactly who I am. And then when that's done, I'm going to say, okay, I bring all these people here and say, okay, yeah, this is exactly how I am. All these people agree with it, but why'd you say that I was like that? It's a good question. What happened? I mean, either I'm the greatest fucking transition in the world, okay, that you could become whatever you can be. They'd make you out like you're the evilest person in the world, and then you just turn into the most fucking holiest person in the world. It doesn't make sense. That's why it's like these illusions are being shattered. That's why there's a painful ending here. Somebody's carrying the burden. You're too action-oriented, you're too ambitious, you're too driven to succeed, and that's why there's a 10 of Cups here, because that's all you ever focused on. You were never, ever, ever, you knew this was going to create your abundance, happiness and harmony. This is your foundation. This is what you created. This is what you bring to the table. Okay, some of these people, they might bring other stuff. They might bring money. They might bring fame. They might bring, but you bring the love, the real love. Okay, you are surrounded by love, joy, and emotional fulfillment, and your family and community are supportive. They're saying, yeah, they're the best. I am grateful for the love and joy in my life. Yes, you are. That's why you're action-oriented, you're ambitious, you're driven to succeed. Whatever these illusions that were created about you, somebody's carrying the burden now of, saying them because it was never true. And you coming back the way you are is clearly showing that. And now look at them, Five of Cups. They're all in regret now. They're all pessimistic because you are action-oriented, ambitious, determined, and you're building your foundation on this Ten of Cups. And you doing that is the reason why there's a painful ending here. Okay? Indirectly, this Ten of Cups creates a ten of Pentacles, but it also creates this Ten of Swords and this Ten of Wands. So, how about that? How about that? So, that's where we're at. They shouldn't have fucked with you. They shouldn't have said what they said. A lot of this was very careless. They just were going on with whatever. And people were just listening to whatever until, and you handled it in such a way that people were just like, wait. They saw your response to this. That's what people don't understand. People's response tells you everything. Okay, you could go to somebody who did something bad. Go mention our names. Go mention the Gangsta Magician to these characters and see how they respond. Okay, you know why they'll respond crazy? Is because they know what they did to us. They know what they did to you. That's why they don't want you to be seen. They don't want you to be heard. They don't want anybody. They feel that eventually you're going to flame out because you've done that in the past. But this time it's that you're too powerful. You already have the protection. Whatever they did in the past that made you flame out is not going to work anymore. Now your flame is eternal. So let's get going. Ooh, I hate when that happens. Let's get going and elaborate further. So the High Priestess here, we see what's happening. These people are very much, you're too action-oriented, too ambitious. Build this foundation. You never deviated from that plan either. You always said that. Ten of Cups creates abundance. That's why you're building this foundation. I mean, that's what you have. They thought they could recreate that. That's really what happened is they couldn't. That's the one thing you bring to the table that these other people can't. They can't recreate the real unconditional love that you bring to the table. Nobody can. You're teaching these people don't remember what you gave. No, people don't remember what you had. People remember how you made them feel. If you made people feel good, they're going to remember you good. These people, they thought that people matter what you have at the end of the day. Who gives a fuck what you fucking have? All right, so let's get going. What are we working with? Please and thank you for our divine collective. Please and thank you, God, let's elaborate further. Thank you. All right, so there's a Six of Swords in reverse. So this is coming off as a negative read so far. So somebody here, Six of Swords, was resistant to change. They're living in the past. They're stuck in the past, running away from whatever problems they have. They don't want to face this. They don't want to move on. It's just, okay, just keep yourself stuck. This is fine, but this is like anything. It could be somebody that's in the grips of addiction here. I mean, how many times have people said that, oh, I can't believe, why would they keep themselves stuck like this? Oh, why would they keep themselves in the... So, you can't judge whoever this is. We can only pray for them, okay? Because look, Ace of Swords, because we have the mental clarity, it doesn't mean that they have the mental clarity. Maybe they're still, a little scared, they're a little nervous. That's acceptable. It's like everybody's going through these. Our job is to help people get through this. We're not here to, knock people down. We're not here to, we're here to kill egos, but not at our benefit. We're just people want people to see what they're doing. And that they can't get away with stuff like this. And it's not right. And once, you're doing it in a nice way. It's not like they could take it to the next level if they want. But I feel these people are just ready just to give up. I think they realize you recognize your power now. Especially at 8th house power. That's where it's really at. Yes, you do. Okay, so what else we got? All right, you know what else we got, though? We got a lot of love to us, okay? That's why we're saying we had that 7th house. Our moon is in Libra, right on the outsides of our 4-planet stellium in the 8th house. So it's like it allows that love to be felt, okay? A lot of times It's so placed so amazingly that it had to be done this way. So that's like where it's like now that they have to answer the questions, as we know, all right, we know you were tracking the energy. We know it's like this is one of the rarest forms of energy. What else you want to do here? How much farther you want to take this? And these people, they're going to take it to the end with us. They will. But your love is going to be what outlasts this. That's why people are going to end up seeing you and they're going to say, oh, wow, they're the only ones who bring that love. That's what that Ten of Cups was. And like I said, that Ten of Cups creates abundance. That's why the Wheel of Fortune's here. Because you solved the puzzle. You figured out that Ten of Cups creates abundance. Unconditional love creates abundance. That's what you know what I mean? These people, they could not understand this. But you'll always feel good with unconditional. There's no way around it. You'll always be. That's why these demons wanted to block this so bad. Your connection, because it was going to raise the frequency of this particular part of the universe. It's part of the world. It's part of the country. It's interesting. But your love, it's just never what you never stop love. Like you won't. That's what the best part about you. It's the best fucking part. Trust me. You might think it's a fucking a curse, but it's not. It's the best thing about you. But now you're getting boundaries now. You're getting boundaries is now able to, they cannot manipulate this love. Remember, this is the most powerful form of energy in the universe. So these people have been taking your love without reciprocating it for a long time. But now you're developing these boundaries. These people, they don't want things to change. They want to keep going because it was working for them. They don't want things to work for you because then it doesn't work for them that way. Okay? So that's what, I think I shuffled, right? All right, yeah, now there's a Seven of Swords in reverse here. So your love outlasting now has somebody Seven of Swords. They want to come clean here. There's a confession. There's conscience. They're just like, I can't do this. There's regret. Truth will be revealed here. Your love is what shined through this. These people that were resistant to change, they showed what they were really all about. Okay? Why? Because Death's here. And Death is our 8th house enforcer. Okay, he comes there and he sets these people straight when they try to play games. All right, they could either come clean and say they're sorry, or they could keep this going. One way or another, they will be destroyed. I mean, you're not really looking to do this though. This isn't. You're just kind of like, stop. Like we know we're too powerful. Leave us alone. Like you don't even care. They're like bugs now. They're like little stupid gnats. Get the fuck out of here. Get the spray bottle. This is what these people are to you. That's really what it is. It's like your spray bottle. Just spray the fucking Archangel Michael spray around. They gotta go. It's just like, that's what these people have become to you now. That's what you have to look at them as fucking mosquitoes. That's all they really are. They're bloodsuckers. I mean, that's what the fuck they are. Nobody likes mosquitoes. Alright? And neither does death. So somebody's coming clean here. You got this lover's energy and somebody's resistant to change. What else? Okay, so now you know who you're dealing with. It's King of Pentacles in reverse here. So this is the person who's obsessed with status and wealth. Now they're resistant to change, or they are the ones who are coming clean here because this person has been coming up recently a lot. So it's kind of telling me that. And then you got the Seven of Swords in reverse here and this love, that they're starting to see things. But like I said, not everybody can see things like you. You have to remember that. Some people are going to be wondering if maybe this person was benefiting from you suffering, I guess. I don't know. I mean, this is just what it comes down to. I mean, there must be some type of narrative to this to where they're able to drain this energy from you, especially this 8th house energy. But this King of Pentacles in reverse now sees you as this Queen of Pentacles, as the ideal spouse. They said that you were nothing like this. They said that this is what it is. You're killing this person's ego. You're making this person has to respect you. Okay? This person thought that they would never have to really respect you. I mean, they did respect you. I'm not saying they did it, but they felt like you needed them at the end of the day. Like they want you just to stay home and take care of whatever it is, and they'll go make the money. But at the end of the day, like you would never go anywhere because they would have control. But now you're showing them you don't need them. And this is where they learn their lesson. And they realize that love is the most important thing here. And that's how they're going to, be resistant. This change is going to, come because of the Seven of Swords in reverse. Somebody's got to come clean. It's forcing this change. Plus, Death was here. He said, he'll really enforce it. Sometimes they're resistant to change. Doesn't mean that Death has to come enforce it right away, though. Just because they're resistant to change, they still can. They still have a chance to. Seven of Swords in reverse, come clean. So that's what this is. Six of Swords in reverse to a Seven of Swords in reverse with this King of Pentacles in reverse, and then you in this Lover's energy. Interesting. All right, and now look at this. This King of Cups in reverse. Now, I say this all the time. This King of Pentacles in reverse, this King of Cups in reverse, this is classic your counterpart here. All right, so this is telling me they're coming clean. Somebody's coming clean. There's a King of Pentacles in reverse here, a King of Cups in reverse that was resistant to change, and now a Seven of Swords in reverse. Now somebody wants to come clean, to get out of this, because your love is too strong. All right, and they see this Three of Cups as the way to go. They don't want to do this. They're not trying to attack you anymore. They were forced into this, they're saying. They're saying that they were forced into this with threats of blackmail, that these people said they would ruin them, that they would make sure that they never worked again. I mean, this person was actually a victim too. I mean, you could look at it however you want. I just choose to look at things a little deeper here. So why don't we look at it from that point of view? Now you have these persons. Let's see if they could change. I always say this person, they flip-flop. They become a King of Pentacles in reverse, to a King of Pentacles, to a King of Cups in reverse, to a King. It's like, well, can they be like that? It's like, that's why it's like, I feel this is like reaching a twin ray frequency now, because it's like this person knows. It's not like they don't know what's happening here. It isn't like they're just like, oh, I don't even know what this is. Like, they may pretend like they know, though. They know more. They may even know more about this stuff than you do. And this person I'm talking, this is not somebody that you were with a long time. Okay, so let's just remember that. It's not somebody you've been married to. This is somebody that was, you came across and, there was a huge amount of chemistry there, and people just did not like that, okay? And they went to great lengths to separate. It could have been just a flame. It could have been nothing. It could have just, but I'm just saying this is what this is, okay? This person allowed that to happen because of this King of Cups in reverse energy. This, they didn't have any boundaries with themselves, plus they were trying to be this Don Juan. They were trying to be, but now they're coming off overwhelmed. They're withdrawn, manipulative. This person's like a sneak and obsessed with the status as well for this King of Pentacles. It was about money. This person had money. And they said if they went towards you then with this love, they would not get this money. So this person picked the money over, but it was ever. It's not like they were going out of their way to do this. So it's like let's pull this back in now, because we know exactly what we're working right here. It's going long. It's gonna be a long reading. All right, so what do we need to know with this, though? I mean, you have this Three of Cups here. All right, this is a Hangman in reverse. Okay, so somebody's trying to stall. They're trying to keep things at a standstill, keep it stagnated. Perhaps it's this energy. Maybe it's the people around this energy. But I don't feel it. But if this person is coming clean, then that's what's, I think, going to free this resistance to change, the stalling, the stagnation on with this Hangman in reverse and this Six of Swords in reverse. And how that's going to happen is through this love of yours, because you're not showing any hatred. You're still wishing all love. No matter what this person did, you're like, we still love you. We still think you're awesome. I mean, what else? I mean, we understand what needs to be done. You know what needs to be done. Stop. Please, what do you want us to do? And the fact that you understand that you can't save this person is what makes them save themselves. Because now, look, their Five of Cups are on regret. They needed you to be in regret. They needed you to be like that. But you just stay full of love, and this person has none. No love. They're learning that life without love is no fun. Okay? And this person's a King of Cups first and foremost, just like you're a Queen of Cups. But this person got flipped. Because they have money and stuff like that. They have more access. They were able to, you were expendable. This person felt that they were not. They felt like they were a big shot at one time. They felt you would bring down their reputation. That's what people told them. And they were so concerned about that, that's what they were willing to get rid of you for. Now they want to come clean though. Because it's like they can't deal with this karma. They didn't think this was going to happen like this either. Alright, they didn't believe that because you had this Ten of Cups. Because you never deviated from this plan. Look, we saw this at the beginning, this Ten of Cups. Now we have this Lover's energy here. Now we have the Ten of Cups out. That's a confirmation. I mean, believe me when I tell you, happiness and harmony. You are surrounded by love, joy, emotional fulfillment, and your family and community are supportive. I'm grateful for the love and joy in my life. And now this King of Cups is seen in reverse, and King of Pentacles reverse. They're seeing very clearly that you never, ever, that's why they know you're for real. Because if you weren't for real, you would have already went bad by now. Okay, you would have been consumed by the Seven of Cups, by these options, illusions, confusions. If you did, you wouldn't still be doing what you're doing. You wouldn't have became who you became. That's why I feel the frequency is changing to this twin ray frequency. By how you are, this energy is becoming now. It's becoming much more calm and relaxed. It's under control. It feels like blockages. We're finding easier ways to remove these blockages. I mean, yes, they're still stalling. They're still trying to resist the change, but somebody wants to come clean. So is there anything else we need to know before I go to a new deck? Okay, other than the fact that there's this Ten of Swords in reverse here, that you recover from this painful ending. They needed you to stay down, but you refused. This Ten of Swords, you survived in reverse. We saw the Ten of Swords at the beginning. Okay, that your Ten of Cups is what's indirectly causing this painful ending for whatever this King of Cups in reverse, whatever there's going on over here. Because they can't deal with their emotions, and this is causing it to spill over into their personal life. And it's very embarrassing that they have to come clean here. And that's going to be the Justice here. That's what's going to kill their ego. And you're still going to have your Lover's energy, your Ten of Cups. You're not going to be a jerk about it. You're not going to throw it in their face. They're just going to see that you recover from this painful ending, that you are the real deal. And if they thought that they were better than you or above you, think again. Okay, that's what's happening right now. They have to respect you. Like, fully. So is there anything else? I mean, it sounds good. I like that. Alright, and look at this, old tens all day. Look, Ten of Pentacles reverse. So this is telling me this person is King of Pentacles. They're going to have to lose everything. That's what it is. Nobody wants to deal with them. Now their emotions are getting the best of them. So it's forcing them to come clean because they were resistant to change. They were stalling all this. But you recover from this painful ending, having this Lover's energy, continue to build this foundation on this Ten of Cups. It's causing this person this painful ending and causing them to lose everything. Now they want to talk. They always want to talk when you got them fucking, dead to rights. But you, Two of Wands, are just going to continue to plan and progress. You're going to continue to build this foundation on this Ten of Cups. You're going to keep staying with your Lover's energy. And whatever happens to this person happens. If death lets them pass, then okay. If not, then it wasn't meant to be. Just think how much better you became after all this. We thank this person. Thank you. Okay? Thank you. Alright, and that's why, Seven of Wands, you're in complete control. Because you're not holding a grudge. You're not being resentful. You're not, not trying to attack this person for what they did to you. And that's why you're in control. If you sat here and you wanted to keep attacking, keep fighting with this person, they would eventually have you down. I mean, sure, you probably may have gotten into it with this person, but it's all because of the demon, karmic attachments causing it. But you not responding to this person and just doing your own thing, focusing on yourself and your love is why the Seven of Wands is here. I mean, the Sun energy is here. You're the one who brings the fun. You are the Sun. I mean, you stay positive. I mean, you don't recover from a painful ending without staying positive somehow. You don't maintain this Ten of Cups. You don't stay in this complete control. All right, so I get where we're going here. What else do we need? I'm going to do a couple more. What's going to be the end here? Then we're going to get to another deck. I'll get the answers I need. But I see where this is. I mean, you know all this. All right, but they're losing everything. You know this. They're going to have to come clean. Somebody's going to come clean. All right, because look, there's a Nine of Pentacles in reverse here. Now to go with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So whoever was around that was, portraying themselves as this wish come true. They were portraying themselves as the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. That's what they really are. All right, it was a person putting a false sense of success. They were acting like they were one way. They completely weren't. They were living beyond their means. Now they're material instability because they never thought this was going to end. Now they're just grasping for straws here. They're just trying their best to get whatever, hoping something sticks. That's why this is really turning into a mess. And that's why you're in complete control, because you have this Page of Pentacles energy. You just you're manifesting. You're allowing yourself to, become what you need to be here. And you're slowly doing it. You're not in a rush. So what's going to be the end? Okay, bang. Yes, there you go. The end is this Page of Pentacles, okay? Because you are manifesting. You are making things happen. You are putting things together. I mean, that's just that simple, Page of Pentacles. Exploration and learning. You are beginning a new venture or project and are eager to learn and explore all that it has to offer. I am open and eager to learn new skills and take on new opportunities, and that's why we are manifesting and getting what's meant for us. Okay, and that's why Seven of Wands, you're in complete control because you're building this foundation on this Ten of Cups. And while building this foundation on this Ten of Cups, you're doing this with this Lover's energy, and all because you recovered from this painful ending with this Ten of Swords in reverse. Now is the reason why you're building. Now you're building. Sometimes you let it lose everything to gain everything. Oh well, and that's what you're doing. And that's just what it is in Five of Wands. Now these people, listen, they got all these problems now. Now they got problems with themselves. Conflict, competition, rivalry, they wanted it with you. Now they have it with themselves. Good, I like where that ended. Alright, so what else we got? Why don't we get a little confirmation, clarification, and then we'll call it. Gain some magician. Feels like he's got to go for a walk or something. Go for a walk. See how everybody's doing out there. But then I hate when my hat gets I want to wear this outfit though, but then my hat gets all wet. Just sweat. And then it gets all yellow. Yeah, I don't like that. So I'll just figure something out. I don't know why I went into that. Why I even had to think about that at that exact moment. See, getting some magician becomes self-conscious. Maybe, maybe there's something to that. I don't know. Nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. All right, so what do we got? What do we got? All right, so I see this King of Pentacles in reverse here. They got problems, but I don't know if they even care anymore. I feel like this person is coming off like a zombie of sorts. I don't know. I feel like I just see their eyes are glassed over, like they're just completely engulfed in whatever the spell is. Hopefully it gets broken, but it is. Don't worry, everything's getting broken with this person. Because they can't get to you. You don't give a fuck. Ooh, that was hard. Sometimes these, I should do it like that. Because then I can get a better shuffle. There you go. Ooh. This thing's still spinning. My other one doesn't, it won't even spin, barely. I guess maybe it is what it is. Alright, so why don't we see what it is, and we'll talk to you later. How about that? Alright, I feel like we know what we have to do. That's why we're hitting this twin ray frequency. Especially with this eclipse. It's going to be big for you. New moon and Leo energy. Good for you. It's good for you. All right. So what else we got? What do we need? All right. Please and thank you. What do you say? What do you know, God? All right. What do we say? Is that you solved the puzzle. That's what we say. It's Wheel of Fortune's here. You already know what's happening. I mean, this is what's bringing it in. Your love, your Ten of Cups is creating this abundance. I think I've seen this already. I mean, we know this. And you're going to keep building. You're going to keep, you're not going to, you're going to use this recovering from this painful ending to your advantage because people are seeing that you recovered from it. And now they're like, it's like, how can you, you can't ignore it. All right, because like I said, Seven of Wands, you're in complete control of this situation. We just told you that, Seven of Wands. You're maintaining control here. And you're doing it with love. Yes, you are. These people, they don't know nothing about love like you do. All right, and here's why: because they have this Five of Cups energy. Because they're all pessimistic. They're all upset. I mean, I saw this at the beginning. I mean, these people, they know it's over. This is what this resistant to change. That's why they're stalling. They're losing everything. I mean, how else are they supposed to feel? I mean, especially if they're losing you here. Because look, Six of Pentacles, they see you're receiving what's meant for you. It has to be this way. There's no way around it. It's just balancing. The universe is balancing itself out. It's like this person knew this was going to happen. That's what I don't, it's just, what is this? That's why it's like I feel this is so much more intricate, so much more 5D related. Because this person, like, they're expecting you to save them. That's what this person's expecting. So it's like, it's just not going to work. You can't save them. They have to save themselves. They think they were going to do all this, destroy you. They're acting like they said, well, we knew you wasn't going to it wasn't going to destroy you, so you got to come save us now. We knew this, and somehow or another you're supposed to believe this and go with that. I'm sure God will let us know. So what else? What else do we need to know? All right, is that you have this temperance energy. You're just balanced. You're under control. You didn't respond to any of this. You just took your response out of this. This is why the energy cannot be, it can't be siphoned anymore. Because they need you to be like chasing after this. Like, oh, that's my destiny. That's my person. That's my rah, 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 rah. But you're just like, okay, keep them. And that's what kills them. Because they're like, you're supposed to be like, and now they're trying to find out what new thing you have here. Because now they think that like we got it wrong. We did this all wrong. This could be two people too. This could be two prior relationships actually. Or just somebody with something here. They're both in regret, that's for sure. Look, they're both Three of Swords, they're heartbroken. I mean, somebody's coming clean though. Don't forget that part. Let's elaborate further on that. Who's coming clean? Like, what do we need to know about that? I mean, I'm sure that'll be, I mean, they're not going to come clean to you directly. I'm sure they'll probably come clean to like somebody that will help you. That's what I think is going to happen. Or this person. That's why I feel like they're undercover. They're wired for sound, I feel. All right, because look, there's an Ace of Cups here. I mean, this is what it is. You're a Nine of Cups, and now the Ten of Cups is here. We've seen the Ten of Cups twice. With the Ace of Cups here and the Lover's energy, with this Wheel of Fortune and Temperance, no wonder you're in Seven of Wands, complete control. No wonder these people are Five of Cups are all in regret. All pessimistic. Look at you. You're the best. Yes, you are. And now these people are fighting with each other, Five of Wands. They're all conflict, competition. Everybody's blaming everybody. Blaming this King of Cups in reverse for not being able to get the job done. They couldn't, now they're making this person seem like they're a loser. They made this person like a big hero when you were down and out, though. They was a big hero. Now they all turned on him. So funny. Isn't it funny how things work out? What else do we need to know? All right, is that you, this fool, are pure and innocent. That's what this is. Okay, they tried to say you were not pure and innocent. They tried to stop you from getting this new beginning. That is why this person here is losing everything. They have to. You recovering from this painful ending completely shifts the dynamic here. This person, Four of Pentacles, wanted to act like money was everything. They wanted to hold on too tight. They wanted to, they felt your love was expendable. Now they're seeing that your love was priceless. And they can't live without it right now. Now they're at a point in their head where they can't even focus without. They need you. They need you. So this person's going to be popping up out of nowhere. I'm telling you. But you're this fool. You're this pure and innocent fool. This person's losing it. It's funny. Okay, because look, there's a Page of Swords in reverse. They were trying to be deceptive, manipulative. Now they want to come clean. They want to say they're sorry. They don't want to do this no more. But it's like you weren't going to do this unless this happened. But this is just the energy. This is all it comes down to. You shifted the energy here. You can't just expect, like, how would you ever teach these people? Like, how would you have learned your lesson in this if you didn't go through what it is? Like, you have to let this person go through this because the justice is that. They thought that you were just going to come save them out of this, and then they were going to do it again. Because what happens is if this person approaches you, and especially in this energy, they could be easily manipulated, and with this Page of Swords in reverse energy. So they'll be manipulative. There'll be somebody will be promising them something. This is why you have to avoid this at all costs. And this is going to cause this person to lose it. And then they're going to come clean and they're going to start chasing. But if you just accept it right away, they'll continue to do this. This cycle will continue. So you're not, that's why you're just going to, if you run it, because this person's going to pop out, you're just going to say, listen, I don't, you don't even have to say nothing, actually. Don't even say nothing. What else? All right, and that's why they had this Knight of Swords in reverse energy. You're coming off reckless and unfocused. If they, did what was supposed to happen, if they went with the flow here, they wouldn't be in this situation. But this is what happens. The world is showing what happens when the wheels turns, what karma happens. Okay, they're showing that you're this Empress. That's what you became in this whole situation. You became this Empress. You had to become a Queen of Swords. You never lost your thought of this Ten of Cups there. See, this is not all about cups here. I mean, you're still getting a Wheel of Fortune out of it because you knew that this Ten of Cups was going to create this abundance. And you knew it. And that's why you're this Empress. And that's why you're attracting what's meant for you. And you're pure and innocent Empress. So is there anything else? I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, look, Seven of Wands. You're in complete control. I mean, this is crazy because that's a confirmation right there 2 times. Seven of Wands. Maintaining control. I said, is there anything else we need to know? Nope, you're maintaining control. Just keep doing what you're doing. Love that. Love it. I love it. The fact that you're just Nine of Pentacles too. That you don't need nobody. That's another thing that made this work is because this person needed you to need them. This person thought that money was what made them, but this is how they were brought up. It's like, you can't, what are you going to do? You're showing them that they were wrong. Is there anything else? Perhaps. We should know. Okay, other than the fact that the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, these people, they didn't want to work hard, okay, and they didn't want to put the hard work in. And now it's catching up to them. Now it's really catching up to them. Because why? The Tower of Terror is here. It's in full effect. Because whoever's coming clean here is causing this regret. And this person is being seen as reckless and unfocused. So what's going to be the end? It's the last one. Okay, what's going to be the end is this. Ten of Swords, painful ending. If you saw the beginning, you know, okay? Your Ten of Cups is creating this Ten of Swords. All these cards have came out. This is very, very accurate reading here. Okay, so this is a lot of connections to this. Okay, the first part of the reading about this painful ending, your Ten of Cups, you staying in this lover's energy is what's causing the end for these people. Okay, and this moon here, these illusions, these confusion, whatever these people are projecting onto you, they did this to themselves. They created their own ending here. They're the reason they have this painful ending. So what you gonna do when the largest arms in the world run wild on you? Okay, this Ten of Swords is coming your way. See you later. Bye-bye. Love you.